Hello guys! I was tagged by Bumblebee to answer 10 questions about orchids and what I have been growing and everything. And so finally I am going to answer these questions for you. Well, the first question is, how long have you been growing orchids and which was your very first orchid? Well, the first one I bought was in 2008 and I still have it, so I'm going to show you. It's this Phalaenopsis, and it's a cross, a no-ID cross, and it's fragrant. It's an old plant and it's very nice, doing very well, making lots of roots. It's not one of these largest kinds of phal, it's quite small, it makes very narrow leaves. As I can see by the number of leaves, this is old. And it's so nice, it's doing well and blooming. The blooms are small and very nice. The second question was, what is your main reason for growing orchids? Well, this is really simple, I just love them. I love epiphytes very much. Not all my orchids are epiphytes, I have terrestrial orchids too, but I really love it. I don't understand what it is about orchids that is so addictive, but it just is. They are so interesting and challenging, and I think the challenge is a big part of it. You know, when you start growing something different and you get it to bloom a lot, and when you get a cattleya to bloom twice a year, even though it had before bloomed only once a year, these things just keep me going, and they make me feel very good, and I love them. I love them. They are just so nice and addictive. You know, you just always want more, and you end up buying lots. These are my newest ones here. The third question is, do you grow other plants besides orchids? And the answer is, of course, who doesn't? Well, I have here some mother of thousand babies. I have up there a fern, an interesting fern here. This came in together with a cattleya, and I didn't throw it away. I just potted it, and now it's growing bigger and bigger. I also have palms there in the kitchen and streptocarpus. I also like to grow spices and other stuff. Well, all sorts of stuff. I like succulents. I like cacti, but I don't have any cacti at the moment. Yeah, but the answer is yes. I love plants. I love all plants. I just am addicted to orchids, so I have more of them. And the fourth question is, what are your 3 favorite orchid genera? Well, my favorite genera is Cattleya, Encyclia and Brassavola, and they are all from the Cattleya alliance. And the fifth question is, what are your 5 favorite orchids? And I cannot answer that. I really can't, because it depends. it changes. Sometimes this is my favorite, and it has reasons to be a favorite. Maybe it is one of my 5 favorites, because this Vanda cross blooms all the time. It's almost always blooming, and it has some time during the year when it's not doing anything, just growing, but always it is growing either roots or spikes. It's just wonderful. I love it. I also love the Brassavola. This one is a tricky one. Once it didn't bloom for me at all, but today, I mean, this year it has 6 spikes and lots of blooms coming. I just love it. I love my Cattleya Gold Digger Mandarin because it's a reliable bloomer and it's very easy. It's every February it blooms. It's just such a nice plant. I also love the Dendrobium berioda because it blooms a lot of times a year for me too. It's almost always in bloom. It's surprising it's not right now, but it blooms so nicely. And my Cattleya when this Valentine June is also a favorite. And now my Encyclia vitellina is also becoming a favorite. I love the colors of these blooms. And this is supposed to be a difficult plant, but I don't find it difficult at all. It's nice. So my answer is I don't know. I don't know which ones are my favorites. I love them all. There is also this question saying which one is your least favorite and why. This is quite hard. I don't want to say I don't like any of these. Actually, I had a Brassia I didn't like, but I sold it this summer. It had a too vertical growing habit and it was too difficult to keep in a pot. So that was the one. And right now maybe this Cattleya Antiliro Hazel, because it has never bloomed for me yet. And I suspect that this is not what the label says. Someone else from my society had bought one at the same time I bought from the same nursery, and the flowers were not red, they were pink, and this little hazel has to have red flowers, so who knows what this is. Has not bloomed for me yet, and I'm just waiting, and I fear that this will not make red flowers as it should, so right now it's not my favorite. I hope it blooms for me and proves me wrong. And then it asks me how many orchids I have at the moment. Well, if I count also the duplicates and the ones I have grown from cakeys and divisions, I have two for Bessie, two in the Valentine June, and three of my favorite fall, two from a cakeys. So I have some duplicates, but if I count all of them, then I have 50. I'm not going to have a too big a collection. Well, who knows? This is what I say now, but several times before I have said that now my collection is complete. Now this number is okay, and somehow they just grew and multiplied. So I don't really know, but I have 50 right now. Next question. What kind of growing space do I have? In the summer, my orchids are at the balcony outside. I can close the windows there at night if it's not warm enough, but if it's a nice weather, they are outside all the time and they enjoy it a lot. And it's one reason why they bloom so well. But during the winter, they have to be inside, indoors. And I have a video telling how I grow my orchids, so I'll just post a link to that so you can see. But now you see I have humidity trays, heating pads, lights and a fan that's not on right now. But this is how I grow even difficult orchids, and they all enjoy it. And then the next question asks, have you ever lost a particularly loved or expensive orchid? I have never lost an expensive orchid, but because I think that maybe the most expensive one I have bought costed 38 euros. But a loved orchid was a Rhyncholelia digbiana. It got some sort of disease. I had to throw it away because it looked like it was spreading. And actually it infected the orchids that were close by in contact with that. So yes, everybody has lost an orchid they liked. It was not an expensive one, but it was a very nice one. And the final question in my list here is which orchids are on your wish list? Right now on the top of my list is a Cattleya purpurata Werkhäuseri. Actually, I don't know how to pronounce it. If it is German, it should be Werkhäuseri. Werkhäuseri. But I will just pronounce it like that, and I will put the name there. It's a cross of Cattleya purpurata Werkhäuseri and Cattleya warneri. variation cerulean. I have seen it at the orchid show. Actually, I will put a picture of it here so you can see how it looks like. And it has an amazing perfume. I love it. And I know I can get it from Curling Orchid. So it's one on my list. If I just manage to find the space for it, I will get it. But right now, I think that I cannot because I'm too crowded. But if something dies, or if I just manage to hang some of these and have a space, because it's some sort of a tall plant, if I just manage to squeeze it in, I will get it. Well, the other one, the second one on my list is Abrassocattleya maikai. It's I have the Brassavola nodosa, which is one of the parents, and I have forgotten what was the second parent. Was it Cattleya? I forgot, but it makes beautiful pink flowers with spots and is highly fragrant. I would like to have one. And then a Cattleya tropical pointer. I think it's a very beautiful plant. I would like to have one too, but probably I cannot get all of these, but it's on my list. And a Doritanopsis purple martin, because it's such a blue phalaenopsis, it's really beautiful. And a Phalaenopsis bellina because of the perfume. It has an amazing fragrance. So the ones that I most probably get, well, the Phalaenopsis bellina maybe. And if I can have space for that Cattleya cross I mentioned, the Werkhuiserian Warneri, or Warneri, I don't know how you pronounce it. Well, these are the ones on my list, and I think that this was the last question. I'm supposed to tag someone, but I suppose everybody has got this tag by now. But I would like to tag Antonia Orchids. Let me see who else. I think that everybody has been tagged already. I will only tag Antonia, but if you're watching this video and you haven't been tagged yet, you can answer it too, either in the comments or just make a video too if you have a channel. I would like to hear what are your favorites and also to know more about your orchid collection and or your orchid love and your hobby. So just answer. I hope you enjoyed this. I wish you all a very nice weekend. Bye bye.